feeling great about today. Startup grind has been good to us. We came back from Silicon Valley a few weeks ago as the winner, something we never expected. There was a lot of companies in the mix. It was 2,000 applicants. So we were shortlisted and we went out there with no expectation, but came back the winner. 8base is sort of my life's work, without it being my life's work. So the company was started a couple of years ago, but I feel like I've been working on it in one way or another for 30 years. I've always been in enterprise software in one capacity or another, originally as an engineer. And it was always way too difficult, way too expensive to build software for business. And so 8base is really the concept coming to life of making software development much easier for everybody involved. So the idea is businesses can build software faster, better, cheaper than they could otherwise, get to an end result, and then never have to worry about operating or scaling that software thereafter. My startups, this is my third company in the lead role. They usually come from some type of pain that I have felt directly, and usually in an area where I'm a deep expert in. And so, I started my career as an engineer. Later on, I was a management consultant where I implemented software. I've always been a user of software, and then I've been an entrepreneur in the lead role twice, building, designing software from scratch, standing it up and hosting it for clients. So in that time, I've grown a deep appreciation for how complex it is, how much it costs, how long it takes, how dysfunctional it is to work with large teams of software developers. And I've always found the experience to be a little bit wasteful. Felt like we were building the same things over and over again. And so 8base is designed to give you sort of a starting point in building software where you're 80% of the way there already. You can skip the architectural step, you can skip the infrastructure creation step. Every point in time where you're developing faster. And then once the software is up and running, operating it is an afterthought. It just lives in the cloud. Whether you have one user, you have 100,000 or a million, the software will scale up to meet the demand without you having to operate it. And then the maintenance of the software thereafter is also a lot easier. And this is true of software that you use internally in your business, or perhaps more importantly, software that's outward facing. A lot of the efforts in the world today are companies having to redefine the way they engage their customers. 8base is designed to make that very, very easy. And then the third example is a company that's starting from scratch. This is especially true of an entrepreneur who's maybe not technical, so what we call a non-technical founder, can leverage 8base to build the software they need much faster with a lot less risk and a lot less capital. And in many cases, we also help those founders by actually helping them with the development from a services perspective. So it's estimated that $2 trillion a year will be spent on digital transformation efforts around the world, companies of all shapes and sizes. And what this speaks to is the large disruption that most companies are undergoing. We see the exaggerated examples, sort of the Amazon disrupting Walmart, Uber disrupting the taxi industry and the car rental industry, and Airbnb disrupting hotels. But truthfully, it's happening to everybody, to the brick and mortar retailer down the street, and it's happening at record speed. And so it's really hard for CEOs especially to understand what they need to do to adapt their business for the new world. And in the process of that, it usually involves some type of software development. So doing it the old way is risky for them. A lot of costs, a lot of time. Doing it using low-code development tools like 8base makes it, again, faster, better, cheaper. So it allows a CEO to take on less risk, invest less money, and get to an end result that they can iterate on faster, which in this day and age has become incredibly important. Yeah, so finding out about 8base is easy. You can go to www.8base.com. Not only can you find out about us there, you can contact our people through there, including myself. I'm Albert at 8base.com. And you can also begin using our product. So we've designed the product, we got nothing to hide. We're very proud of what we built. You can log in and begin using it immediately. Right now the product is targeted towards people with front-end development skills or better. As we move down the road, we're going to be adding capabilities for business people to also be able to do some of the things they need to do to build software, and a combination therein. But nonetheless, we invite everybody to go out and give it a try.